Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we are going to start with the revision of advanced Nahw. We are going to start with chapter number 12, Ismul Mawsulu wa Silatuhu. In this chapter, we will be learning about the most commonly used compound ism in the Quran, al-Ism al-Mawsul wa Silatuhu. The compound ism is made up of two parts, Ism al-Mawsul and its Sila. Ism Mawsul is an ism that is incomplete in meaning. For this reason, it never appears alone. It always appears as a part of this compound ism. A sila is a full sentence that comes directly after the ism mawsul. The sila ends when there is no longer a grammatical connection between a word and the word that follows it. In other words, the sila ends when the sentence ends. The ism mawsul and the sila are inseparable because they are so closely linked, both in terms of grammar and meaning. They are treated as a single ism. Take a moment to memorize al-asma al-mawsula. There are three asma mawsula. They are ma, man, and allazi, and its derivatives. There are three asma al-mawsula, ma, man, and allazi, and its derivatives. We must memorize ma, man, allazi, allazani, allazina, allati, allatani, allai, allati. We must remember allazani and allatani are fully flexible. The rest are non-flexible. Allazani, allatani will be fully flexible. Usage. The compound ism can play many of the same roles as normal ism can play. The compound ism can play many of the same roles as ism, normal ism, can play. On the sentence level, it can act as a file, maf'ul, mubtada, khabar. On the sentence level, it can act as a file, maf'ul, mubtada, khabar. On a fragment level, it can act as sifa, mudaf ilayh, ismu inna, and majroor. Sifa, mudaf ilayh, ismu inna, and majroor. Let us look at the example of each. So on a sentence level, it was file, maf'ul, mubtada, and khabar. On a fragment level is sifa, mudaf ilayh, ismu inna, or majroor. Let us look at an example of each. Ism mawsul is highlighted and its sila is underlined. Ism mawsul as file. Qala allazina yazunnuna annahum mulaqullahi. Those who were certain that they would meet Allah said. Qala is the verb. Allazina yazunnuna annahum mulaqullahi. Those who were certain that they would meet Allah. Maf'ul. Ism mawsul as maf'ul. Ya'lamuna ma taf'alun. They know whatever all of you do. Mubtada. Ism mawsul as mubtada. Wama tukhfi suduruhum akbaru. What their chests hide is greater. Ism mawsul as khabar. Huwa allazi yusawwirukum fil arhami kayfa yasha la ilaha illa huwa al-azizul hakim. He is the one who fashions you in the wombs as he pleases. There is absolutely no God except for him and the ever mighty, the ever wise. There is absolutely no God except Him, the ever mighty, the ever wise. So Ism Mawsool as Khabar. He is the one who fashions you in the wombs as He pleases. هو الذي يصوركم في الأرحام كيف يشاء. Ism Mawsool as Sifa. Sunnatullahi allati qad khalat min qablu. The established way of Allah which has occurred before. Ism Mawsool as Mudafil hai. قد سمع الله قول التي تجادلك في زوجها. Here, قول التي, speech of the one. Speech of the one. Clearly, التي is the mudafil over here. Ismu inna, ism mawsool as ismu inna lazina kafaru. Certainly those who disbelieved. Here, alazina is the ismu inna. Ism mawsool as majroor, wa ala lazina. And upon those are here, ala is the harf jar and allazina is the ism mawsool that is in the majroor status because of hala. So one more time, let's go over one more time. In a sentence, at a sentence level, ism mawsool can act as fa'il, maf'ul, mubtada, khabar. Fa'il, maf'ul, mubtada, khabar. On a fragment level, it can act as sifa, mudafile, ismu inna, majroor. Sifa, mudafile, ismu inna, majroor. It's okay if we go through it multiple times and we remember, commit to memory all these things. It's not much. And if we spend 30 minutes to 1 hour on this, this is easily memorizable, inshallah. So, on a sentence level, it's fa'il, maf'ul, mubtada, khabar. On a fragment level, it was sifa, mudafile, ismu inna, and a majroor. So we have seen ism mawsool as a fa'il, qala allazina yazununa annahum mulaqullahi. The underlined part is the sila. Ism mawsool as maf'ul, ya'lamuna ma taf'alun. They know whatever all of you do. Mubtada, wa ma tukhfi suduruhum. What their chests hide is greater. Here it is mubtada. As khabar, huwa allazi yusawirukum. Allazi, here it is khabar. As a sifa, sunnatullahi allati. So, the established way of Allah, which allati here is sifa. Qawl allati, speech of the one. So, the one is mudafil. Ismu inna, inna lazina. This is very commonly used in the Quran. Hal al-lazina. This is also a common fragment. So, al-lazina is jar, majroor. Determining the role of an ism mawsool in a sentence. Because asmaul mawsoola are mabni, non-flexible. Asmaul mawsoola are non-flexible and do not show their status. Figuring out what their role is in a sentence, it's not that straightforward. And on a regular ism, we know the status by the signs, dhamma, fatha, kasra. But on ism mawsoola, asmaul mawsoola, because they are mabni, they are non-flexible, they show the same status in all three statuses. So how do we determine? On a fragment level, let us see. If it comes after an ism that is light with no al, it will be mudaf ilay. Zalika tawilu. Zalika tawilu ma. The interpretation of what? If it comes after an ism that is proper and matches the number and gender, it is sifa. Ma and man never appear as sifa. So if it comes after an ism that is proper, matches in number and gender, it is sifa. Ma and man never appear as sifa. So, ma and man never appear as sifa. Okay. فَوَيْلٌ لِلْمُصَلِّينَ الَّذِينَ هُمْ عَنْ صَلَاتِهِمْ سَاهُونَ. Here, لِلْمُصَلِّينَ, it's proper, and allazina has the same gender and number, multiple. So, this is here sifa. It comes as a, if it comes after harf nasab, it is generally part of a mubtada together with the harf. Inna lazina amanu wa amilu salihati wa kamu salata wa atu zakat. Here it is mubtada. If it comes after a harf jar, it is part of jar majroor. In taliku ila ma kuntum bihi tukazibun. Ila ma. Here it's ila is harf jar, so ma is majroor. Majroor bi ila. Here it is jar majroor and mutaliq bil khabar. One more time. When we determine the role of ism mawsool in a sentence, let's see on a fragment level. If it comes after an ism that is light with no al, it is mudaf ilayh. The example was zalika tawilu ma. Tawilu ma. The interpretation of what or that which. If it comes after an ism that is proper and matches in number and gender, it is sifa. Ma and man never appear as sifa. فَوَيْلٌ لِلْمُصَلِّينَ الَّذِينَ هُمْ عَنْ صَلَاتِهِمْ سَاهُونَ. Here, allazina is the sifa of lil-musallin. If it comes after harf nasab, it becomes mubtada together with the harf. Inna lazina amanu, here it is mubtada. If it comes after harf jar and makes jar majroor, it's mutaliq bil khabar in jumla ismiya and mutaliq bil fail in jumla failiya. Okay, on a sentence level, if it is the first word in the sentence, it is mubtada. Allazina, it is mubtada. If the sentence begin with jar majroor, then directly followed by an ism mawsool, then it is mubtada as well. Lillahi ma fi samawati wa ma fil ard. If the sentence begins with a jar majroor and is directly followed by ism mawsool, it is mubtada. Then lillahi is the mutaliq bil khabar muqaddam and mubtada muakhar. Ma fi samawati wa ma fil ardi. If it follows a mubtada, it is a khabar. If it follows a mubtada, it is a khabar. Pronouns and asmaul ishara are frequently used mubtada in ism mawsool sentences, and ism mawsool can never be a musharun ilayh. If it follows a mubtada, it is a khabar. Pronouns and asmaul ishara are frequently used mubtada in ism mawsool sentences, and ism mawsool can never be a musharun ilayh. Ulaika allazina hadahumullahu wa ulaika hum ulul albab. It can never be a musharun ilayh. It can never be labeled as musharun ilayh. If it follows a fail that is not in the hiya huwa form, it is a maful bihi. If it follows a fail that is not in the huwa or hiya form, it is a maful bihi. وَإِذَا لَقُوا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا قَالُوا آمَنَّا وَإِذَا خَلَوْا إِلَى شَيَاطِينِهِمْ قَالُوا إِنَّا مَعَكُمْ إِنَّمَا نَحْنُ مُسْتَهْزِئُونَ. If it follows a fail that is not in the huwa or hiya form, it is a maful bihi. If it follows a command, it is a maful bihi. وَبَشِّرْ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا. If it follows a command, it is the maful bihi. If it follows a fail that is in the huwa hiya form, and there is already a maful bihi, it is fa'il. Unless the fail takes two maful bihi. If it follows a command, it is the maful bihi. If it follows a fail that is in the huwa, that is not in the huwa or hiya form, it is maful bihi. And if it follows a fail that is in the huwa hiya form, and there is already a maful bihi, then it is the fa'il. If it follows qala, it is the file. File is the doer. Maf'ul bihi is the done to. If it follows qala, it is the file. If the fail is lazim, it is a file. If the fail is lazim, it is a file. If the fail is majhul, it is the naibul file. If the fail is lazim, it is a file. If the fail is majhul, it is a naibul file. Status. Status of ism mawsul depends on the role it is playing in the sentence, as is the case with any other ism. However, since it is mabni, cannot show it is rafa, nasab or jar, it is labeled as fi mahalli. The sila has no grammatical labeling. The way it is expressed in Arabic is la mahalla laha min al-i'rab. The sila as a whole has no labeling. However, if you go inside the sila, you will find a complete sentence. You can do the i'rab of this sentence as you would do the i'rab of any other sentence. So the status of ism mawsul depends on the role it is playing in a sentence, as is the case with any other ism. However, since it is mabni and cannot take its status, cannot show its status, it is labeled as fi mahalli, and the sila has no grammatical labeling. The ayat. Now, what is the ayat? The ayat is a pronoun within the sila which refers back to the ism mawsul. It can appear as an attached, detached, inside, or implied pronoun. It always matches a number and gender with the ism mawsul. There is no equivalent of an ayat in English, and it is disregarded when translating. So here, hazihi jahannamu lati yukazzibu bihal mujrimun. In this ayah, ha is the ayat. Notice that they match in number and gender. Allazina hum fi salatihim khashi'un. Here, hum is the detached version.